What's up everybody, and welcome back to my channel. Today I kind of want to do a little video in my office showing you my office. I've never done this on my channel. I've done some office changes and rearranges and desk stuff, and I've never really walked around the room and showed people like what I have in here, what I use, and kind of like why it's there. I want to do that today. Since my last video on the channel, I've painted some walls and done some rearranging in here, and I finally found a color that I like. This dark color over here, I love it. I've done this orange a while back and had lighter gray walls where the dark is now. Didn't like it at all. Didn't really look good with colors. The light bounced off of it too much. So found something I really like. Now I want to show that to y'all. Y'all see Max over here? He's wanting to get out. He's been in and out the whole day. So he's not even looking at me right now. He's mad at me. Also, this is the second take on this video because I've got this new camera and I forgot to turn the audio input down, so when I used a mic on it, it sounded like I was yelling in your ears. So let me go ahead and tell y'all I'm sorry for that. I've got it fixed. One little thing at the end of this video is I've been playing a little bit more games than I have in the past 3 or 4 years, kinda. So I bought me an Xbox. I've been kind of playing around a little bit. I've had a little bit more time lately to do that. So I've played it in here, computer obviously, and Xbox. And I found that I don't really like where this TV's placed in this room. It's cool to have one in here if you just have it on in the background. But if you want to play games, it's hard to sit there, unless you're reclined and get your eyes up looking at it. It's hard to sit here and look up the whole time. So I don't really like that being that high up. But let's jump into what I have in here. Let's go. Okay, here we go. Here's going in the office. So open the door. And this is basically what it looks like. I tried this orange color and a lighter gray on the walls. I didn't like it, so I went with a really dark, kind of like a matte black type wall. I love it. I'm tempted to do that orange wall and this orange wall with it. I've been thinking I got enough paint to do it with. I just haven't decided yet, but I really like this black color, and I really like how the lights reflect off of it. See behind the desk, it's all kind of like really even splash. I like that a lot. So let's just kind of start on this side of the room and go around the room. This white table is one I picked up in a previous video a long time ago. I like it. It just takes up a whole lot of room, but it's very nice for having some extra space to use, just some extra table space. That one's usually tied down and clean, kind of like that. There's really not that much usable space on it. Like I could pull up a laptop over here and stuff like that, but I try to leave that desk alone. I like how it is, how it sits. But over here, just kind of got some headphones. I got a little Sony camera right there. These are 2 products that I've bought and I'm going to review, so pay attention for those videos coming up. I actually really like this mouse. It's the Razer Lance Head Tournament Edition. First Razer product I've ever owned, so really like it. And I bought a new K70 from Corsair, which is the Mark II series. I actually like it a lot better than the original. So kind of just look out for those videos coming up. Those are my next tech style videos I'm going to be doing. This big thing right here is my brand new overhead shooting rig idea. Just kind of done some research, tried to find the most versatile thing you could do. I really like this setup. It can fold up and be put in a closet, and if you put a weight on the back, it's super sturdy. So that is my new overhead setup. Got just a Joby GorillaPod head right here. I use those on everything. I love them. I've got one on this camera right now. So easy to set up, easy to hook up. This bar can extend and point down on this table, and I can mount a light right here on the end. So a softbox can be mounted on the end of that. So really cool setup, just takes up a lot of room as well. You can see how big the footprint is. Got my slider over here and that tripod. Those are usually in that closet over there put up just to keep them out of the way, especially if I'm kind of playing games or doing something in here that takes more room if I put a seat in here or something. So got those out here for now. This is my little shooting area. I'm sitting on this in the intro to this video and throughout the talking head things that I have now. Just got a cheap softbox, really a piece of junk honestly, but it works. And like right now I can use that window light as well, which gets a really good even lighting. I picked up one of these FeelWorld monitors and I seem to like it. It's flipped upside down right now, and you can tell in an image you got to set it to flip the image as well. It's kind of confusing, but I really like it. You get a whole lot of bang for your buck for only like $160. So then my A7S II with the 16mm Sigma, which is actually a crop sensor lens. I'm too broke to buy any full frame lenses for Sony. They're expensive. A little Rode Video Micro right here. I normally have it on this camera just because of the size, but I've got the VideoMic Pro on it currently. There's your little brighter view of it. Sitting on a Benro tripod. It's the most heavy duty one that I own. I really like it. So over here, my little organizer stand thing. I got my gimbal up top that's hardly ever gets used. Just some plants and decorations. Got my A6500 here, and that's the last fan I needed to complete my rig. So I've got the Corcel light loops on all 4 case fans that I have. Down here is where my tripod and camera normally set. If I'm not using it, I just lay it long ways. That's kind of why the shelf's empty. Lens cap. This is a battery for the monitor. I have to have a battery for it. Got Alexa down here, just some crap. Camera box. Got my Xbox One X that I recently picked up and actually really like it. It's awesome what it can do on a 4K TV. Got my gear bag down there. I think that's my favorite place to put it because it's somewhat convenient. Now over here is my setup. Got a fender thing up here now. I really like it. I think it looks good on this color wall as well. Got my MacBook over here I use to edit my videos. Got a random sticker from the beach up there too. I need to keep it so I can put a new one on my truck this year. Let's see, got a keyboard and mouse that I've already unboxed from over there. These are the new ones. Really like it. And I like the white. Even though it doesn't match nothing on my desk, I really like it. It looks good at night. Then my PC right here. I leave the front off of this just so I can see my lights a little bit better. The dust filter's still on it, so it's not all that unsafe. Moving over here, just got a plant. I'm thinking about maybe doing some shelving or something up here to kind of fill that space in. Because if you step back here and look at the whole wall, that's the only part that's missing is maybe something in this little corner. But it's not that big of a deal. Over here, I got my closet storage for mostly gear and stuff, and then I got my TV. And down here, kind of just use it as empty space. If I'm playing Xbox in here, I'll run a cord down and put the Xbox on a little table right there. And maybe bring a recliner or something in here. I could play like this. But like I told you earlier, if you're not let down here getting your eyes like pointed at the TV, it's really uncomfortable to have to look up like that all the time. So I haven't been doing that. And last but not least, this chair is always right here, except for when I'm doing the videos where I'm talking to a camera. I don't like having this high headrest to be in the frame, so that's the reasoning for that, and that's why that stool's in here. This desk and this white table are both high enough to get 2 of those stools up under. So if I need to have them in the room for extra seating or for myself, I can hide them away up under there, and it's not a big deal. So got really lucky with that. All right, so that is what my office looks like right now. I believe this is the first time I've ever done a walkthrough in my office and filmed it, so pretty cool, a good little milestone there. But let's jump back in front of the camera, and I want to talk to you about what I may do in the future in here. Just depends. So there it is. There's kind of like a little walkthrough of my office and the little space that I have to work with in here. But really, the things that take up the most space is stuff for this video stuff, like having a light, my tripod set up, which is kind of compact right here. It's not bad. And that big overhead rig that I have set up now, that takes up a lot of room, but it is easily removable. You can take it all apart and fold it up and put it in the closet. So that is nice, but it does suck that it's so big in the room. But you can work around. It's not that big of a deal. Hope everybody likes kind of what I'm working with. I love it. I finally found something that I'm like really happy with. I just wish I had a little bit more room to have like my table in here. It's just that thing takes up so much room and it's heavy. It's not really easy to, you know, put up and get out of the way when you need to. As far as the TV thing, if I was to put the TV down over here on this wall, it would kind of be to where I could, you know, use my computer over here and then turn all the way around and have my TV right against that wall, but more of like a eye level type thing where it's not such strain on your eyes. If I did that, I would probably swap TVs with my bedroom because it's bigger and have it sitting on here, and up there where I have it mounted on the wall, I'd probably cover it up with either some decorations or maybe have like a to-do list organizing type wall. I'm gonna have to cover up where the holes were and, you know, stuff like that. There's also an outlet up there for, like right now the TV's plugged in and working and there's no wires hanging, so all that's kind of bundled up behind the TV. But it can be worked around. I can make me a little shelf up there and have a little charging station with that outlet. So there's plenty of ideas I can do. I just need to decide if I want to have this like a real gaming setup. I think it'd be cool, but I would lose my workspace. I'd like to have one big room with everything inside to where I could have like my YouTube corner to do my videos, and then have like a legit gaming area where I can go and relax and not have to move stuff around all the time. So that idea is kind of in the back of my head about turning this room into kind of like a proper YouTube room, a gaming room, something that looks good from all angles. That way you can film from wherever to make good, kind of like a little studio, make good videos in here and not have to hide the clutter in one corner like my stands and my camera gear and stuff. So that's just kind of an idea. I don't really have enough room in here to do it with, but I can make it work. I swear, every time I do anything, my monitor turns off. I wish it'd have like a longer run period. Hey, bro. But I hope you enjoyed the video. Be looking for this mouse and this keyboard review. Those are going to be next. I know that a lot of people on my channel are here because of tech related stuff, like my previous mouse review, and I'm going to get that out as soon as I can. I'm also going to do a video on this updated overhead rick over here and show y'all. It's a little bit more pricier than the previous one I've made, but a lot easier and a lot more versatile, and it could be put up, which is it's something I didn't have with my old setup. So thank you for watching, and I will see y'all in the next video. See ya.